coach knows this is going to be a hostile environment. He is so pleased with the way this quarterback is playing. As you know, he was a transfer coming in, and they didn't know what they were getting exactly. But he has become one of the leaders of this team. He has proven that he can carry them. If he keeps playing like this, the sky's the limit. I'll keep you posted on how he's settling in here early to start this game. Guys?
Holly, thank you. Cornhuskers headed toward the ball, and we are ready for action. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Using his legs, it's Knight. They come out strong, stopping for no gain on the opening play.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Off the RPO, complete. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better 3rd down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to 3rd down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards that were there.
They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down. Offense still out there, lining up quickly on 4th down. And some great 4th down defense against the run.
Aggressive. You want to be aggressive. You want to take chances, and you tell your team about it all week, and you come out, you get an opportunity in the first half to go for it on 4th down. You shot your shot. The problem is now you put your defense in a bad situation early in this game where you're going to have to try to find a way to get a stop and create some momentum.
Well, you live by the blitz, you die by the blitz. That time the defense called it at the perfect time. The linebacker able to make the stop on a short game.
And from the offense's perspective, that's probably making a little something out of nothing. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. To throw, it's Calandria. Snagged out of the air. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the 1st down, but a good gain on that play.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the 1st down.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21.
One of the coolest things I love about football is the strategy. Like, first drive, what are they going to line up in? What are they going to try to take advantage of? How are they going to attack us? And so far, this offense has had some success. This defense now getting in their territory. They need to figure out some answers to some of these questions.
Going to try to get it himself. Slides to the ground, picks up the 1st down, and avoids the hit.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You can get the ball out. But when things break down, they get off schedule, you've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
And the Huskers will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. This quarterback part of their running game. And that defensive penetration gave him no chance, and he is ridden out of bounds. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Been showing them the run. Now they'll throw it. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
Second and goal, no dice for this offense. If I'm on offense right now, I'm thinking about who are my mismatches? Who are my big bodies out wide that I can throw them the football and they can make a play over top of somebody?
Third and goal, and let's see if they can even operate in this noise. Looking downfield, it's Calandria. Going for 6. Touchdown, Cornhuskers. The sure hands in the end zone, and he has 6. Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game.
And the QB saw it right away. He knew it. As soon as he got that football, he got it out of his hands. He loved his matchup, finding the big fella, getting a touchdown.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Thomas. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. The Bruins offense makes its way onto the field, hoping to get things going here. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time. It put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it, they rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on third down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
And the Bruins with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. The RPO, fire complete to the left. Oh, he's got some space. He's in the plus territory, knocked out of bounds after the nice game, marking out the 47.
And that shows up in the stat column as an explosive play for this quarterback, but it was a very simple RPO. Get the ball out, and then guess what? My dudes are better than your dudes. And getting it to him on the perimeter, letting him make plays, all of a sudden, he's way down the field, and it looks like a long completion for this QB.
The RPO, it's complete. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
On the ground, it's Knight. And that stiff arm is a weapon for this runner. He uses it and picks up a first down. The Bruins moving the chains on the ground, and they've had some great running backs there. Some have flown under the radar a little bit.
Yeah, guys like Jonathan Franklin. And listen, you can always find elite recruits and great playmakers.
There's a little room there. And he's in. Pounding his way in for a score. Touchdown, UCLA!
Well, on that run, he shows you why he's so dynamic. He's got all the tools in the toolbox to hit the home run, David, and they're going to stay patient with him. They know they're not going to score a touchdown every single time they give it to him, but he is that guy that can break the game wide open for this offense. Expect more from him.
Yeah, and then once you start giving it to him, you create that balance on offense. Then you can play action and suck those linebackers up. So it's only going to help this offense make it more two-dimensional as opposed to one. Get the running game going, and then it opens up the pass.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. They think they can impose their will here with the run to the right. There's a crease. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40.
And how about that on third down? You give it to your playmaker in the backfield, and he's able to use his speed to go get the first.
He's a guy that you should be focusing on with this offense. He's definitely a game breaker. He's a guy that they starred, going into this matchup that they had to stop. Third down, money down. You figured they might probably get him the football. They do, and they get the first down.
Looking to pass. It's Calandria. Gonna take a shot. And he dropped it. Incomplete pass in what would have been a huge gain. No defender anywhere around, and he just flat dropped it. Behind the chains now on second and long. Running inside. It's Ives. He's knocked down at the 34, but they're sort of hitting them in the mouth with a 6-yard pickup there. The Huskers come to the line on third and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. It's been punch, counter-punch throughout the early part of this game as we take a look at the first quarter stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. Timeout called by the Cornhuskers. That's their first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. Third and short coming from the 34. You wonder if this is 4-down territory. From the gun, wants to pass. Just missed on the connection, incomplete.
Third and short in college football today, you see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
The Cornhuskers will try to convert on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. The incomplete pass makes this series end in frustration as they turn it over on downs.
And they decide to go for it. They decide to be aggressive, try to throw the football down the field. Receiver, quarterback, not on the same page. No dice, turnover on downs.
On the run, it's Knight. Stopped at the 44, but he got 10 on the play.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
Now they'll line it up from the 44 on first and 10. Right back to the well.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
Escapes the pressure to his right. Incomplete, and he threw that one up for grabs and into traffic, and fortunate to get it back.
Yeah, nice coverage, and you'd like to snag that interception, but there's always a reason why these thoroughbred athletes play defense. It's usually because of their lack of hands, like you just saw.
Dumps it to the back. Firing to the right, complete. Third down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35.
And sometimes when you hand it to these guys, man, it's hard to find lanes. It's very congested in the box. But nice job when you spread it out and you give him space by throwing him the football. Sometimes he can use that blazing speed and make bigger plays. I look for them to continue to find ways to get that fast dude in space.
Tackle is made at the 30-yard line after he picked up 4. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. The run inside. It's Thomas. Just couldn't get away from the tackle.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
Give to the running back. They stop him right there. They tried to convert with the run, and the defense was up for the challenge.
And this defense has got to be jacked up, man. They finally forced the 4th down, right? They've gotten a couple of first downs, got some things going, but I think it's decision time for this offense. And this D's got to do it one more time, right? They've got to get another play, a big 4th down stop here to get some of that momentum and get the football back.
Incomplete, and that'll be a turnover on downs.
That is great job by this defense, coming up big on 4th down when it matters the most. You could tell they were dialed in. They knew they were going to throw the football. The defense was locked in on the quarterback. Great job defending the pass, forcing the incompletion on 4th down.
Defense there to stop him after a 2-yard gain to the 31.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Dropping back, it's Calandria. Here comes the heat. Punts it out of the air.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job. He's reading the coverage and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. And that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. It's 3rd down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. From the gun, wants to pass. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. He works his way across the 40-yard line. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 41.
And usually when a QB takes off and scrambles, it's because the defense didn't do a great job keeping lane integrity, not keeping him in the pocket, letting him get outside, and then he can do damage. Then it's the next play that you have to play instead of this just the original pass. So defense has got to do a better job of keeping that guy in the pocket.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense there, allowing only a minimal gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. And he was looking over the middle and couldn't make the connection.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Dropping back, it's Calandria. Unloads to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer. But you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. And the Huskers can really attack on this 2nd and short. They just keep firing. Fires to the wideout. And that one's incomplete.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Ives. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. They'd be looking at a 53-yard field goal from here. Instead, they'll try to pick it up on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Extending the play. And it's knocked away, and they don't convert on fourth down.
Man, that is just a great job on defense there on fourth down, making a play on the ball in the air. Everybody had their eyes on the quarterback, but having great timing, swatting the ball away and doing it cleanly. No PI. And as a result, that defense has earned a rest. They're coming off the field.
The sure hands, it's Thomas. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. The Bruins will hustle to the line.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
From inside the 40 at the 37, it's first down. Iamaleava makes the grab on the left. Breaks into the open. He gets across the 20 and finally out of bounds at the 19. They're in the red zone. And the Bruins have it with a 1st and 10. Might be changing the route. They're in the red zone and they'll pass it. Oh, they're after him. It's complete. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Clock has stopped. Timeout has been called by UCLA. It's their second. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Nico Iamaleava throwing again. Looking for the score. Touchdown, Bruins. Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now going into the half with the lead, with the momentum?
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Looking to throw, it's Calandria. Looking long. Makes a grab on the right. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just enough time for one final play of the half. From the gun, running back gets to give. Got enough for the first. Excellent job using the clock. They get the timeout. 2 ticks remaining, and now they can put up points before going to the locker room. And in the final seconds of the first half, they'll send out the field goal unit. The holder will kneel down at the 29, making it a 39-yard attempt. Right down the boulevard. It's good. That'll bring him to within 4. Halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific second half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Connors.
Guys, it is my pleasure to welcome everyone into the Week 7 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We begin with the Northwestern Wildcats taking on the Boise State Broncos. And it's Northwestern able to pull off the upset in this one, but by the narrowest of margins. This ball club now stands at 6 wins. They've ensured themselves at the very least of a 500 regular season. Here now a look at some other games of note today, including a big upset with major implications.
Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
Well, you wonder if one of the adjustments they made at halftime, trailing in this game, was to try and get the ground game established, David. They're off to a good start here.
Dang right. Stay patient. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to press. Just try to get scoring drives together. Don't abandon the run.
Surged ahead for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. After the run, now to throw. It's complete to the right. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36.
Well, they're going to try to get this guy the football as many ways as they can. You're going to see it, obviously, in the running game, but here doing a nice job in the pass game, too. Leaking him out of the backfield, working the right side of the field. That's a nice game by the offense.
The Huskers look to keep this drive humming. Looking downfield, it's Calandria. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, another incompletion, and you can see the frustration building, but you got to give the defense credit. They came into this one knowing no one was giving them a shot because of their record, because of what their stats are on paper, but they're playing better football. They're playing with better effort, and right now they're making the most plays.
Makes the tackle at the 31. It's a pickup of 5 on the play.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. These fans raising the volume on 2nd and goal. He was looking for some place to put his foot in the ground, but the defense was everywhere. He's knocked down behind the line.
All right, so now you're in this 3rd down situation close to the goal line, and it just feels, David, like they're going to have to throw the football in order to score a touchdown here. I like maybe trying to get the quarterback outside on the perimeter and give him a run-pass option.
I like that, too. Get the quarterback on the move. And here's the thing. If I get close and I get stopped, it's 4th down. 4th down means go for it. That's all that means now today in college football.
Tight end finds a soft spot. Touchdown, Nebraska! And that one will give them the lead. That was an absolute sledgehammer of a drive, just taking the air out of the ball.
And it's hard when you run that many plays not to make a mistake and throw an interception or get penalties and put you in a bad spot. But the offense just strung play after play after play together and got in the end zone.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. UCLA will go back to work on offense. So as soon as they step on the field here in the 3rd quarter, they find themselves trailing, and now they'll try to answer with a score of their own. And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turf. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on 1st down, setting up an easier 2nd down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big game.
Maybe a crease. Up near the 40-yard line. They'll mark it at the 39 to pick up a 15.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy on the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. To the ground, he's got it again. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Throwing, Imaliama. Gets it to the back. Snags it and he's open. Inside the 20-yard line. Pushed out at the 18 and they're in business.
When quarterbacks learn to take checkdowns, man, they become way more efficient. They become way better. They get way more possessions, and he does a really good job. It's not his primary guy, but he looks down the field. He doesn't force the football, but checks it down to his running back and still makes a big play because it was the right decision.
And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Well, the most insightful analysis I can come up with on that one is that didn't work. Back to the drawing board to see if there's something that works a little better soon.
Or if I can quote the great Reese Davis, that was very ungood. Not a productive first down play.
Got some work to do on 2nd down after that last one. They need 13. He might want another play. Here's Imaliama to throw. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And that's why you always want to be pursuing the football. QB scrambling, he rolls out to the right, but don't quit if you're on defense. Get somebody after the QB. They got to him, they hit him, and forced the incompletion.
Imaliama from the gun on 3rd down. Pressure coming, and they got it. Things working pretty well for this defense, out of a dime package and still getting plenty of heat on the quarterback.
Yeah, get off the rock, understand the situation. All the fast guys got the back end covered. It's my job to seek and destroy the quarterback. Great job by the defensive line rushing after that guy and getting him on the ground.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Running inside. It's Ives. Midway point in the season, and games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. Can't wait to see how this 4th quarter is going to go and see who can come out on top in this barn burner. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the 1st down.
I love the play call by the offense here running the ball. The score is what it is right now. You don't have to panic. You don't have to throw it every single down. You don't have to go up tempo. Just run your stuff. Be balanced. Run the football. Make sure this defense stays honest.
They'll give it to him again. Maybe some room here. And the defense finally able to corral him at the 45. That will move the chain.
And, man, this is more of the same for this dude toting the pill. Like, they keep giving it to him, and he keeps producing. Another chunk play. Like, I don't expect that they'll change much to do with this offense because every time they give it to him, he's chewing up some yards, and good things are happening.
Back to throw, it's Calandria. Fires to the middle. It's incomplete, and trust me, you will not see that very often from this guy. It's second down.
And that doesn't happen very often. That's their go-to guy. I love the way they move him around the field, and they try to attack the middle with him to get the ball in his hands and let him do some damage. And he shows you the drop. Okay, it's in there, but it doesn't happen very often.
This time on target. The defense will converge, and out of bounds he goes at the 40.
You know, and that's why this guy can play first, second, and third down. You've already seen him earlier in the drive rip off some nice runs, but he can catch the football as well. They're going to find ways to get him going in all sorts of ways, but you're seeing it specifically on this drive.
Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. From the gun, wants to pass. Moving out to the right. Trying to make magic with his feet. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
Well, I know this guy is really athletic, but it's going to be hard to outrun a DB. It was a really nice job scrambling, trying to get what he could get on that third down. But there's the DB in the open field. Nice job rallying to the quarterback, getting him down. Now it's decision time for the offense, 4th and short.
Finding some room. Touchdown, Huskers! They move on top here in the 4th.
That's a huge score for this offense, and as a head coach, you love to see your team respond. Obviously, your defense gives up a field goal on the last possession to tie the game. Offense doesn't even flinch. You come out on the field, you execute, you march it down the field, score a touchdown, and you punctuate that drive, retaking the lead and putting all the pressure back on your opponent.
On the run from inside his own 5. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Here comes the UCLA offense onto the field to start this drive. And now this offense needs a late 4th quarter drive to answer that last touchdown. He kept those legs moving, got 3 out to the 19.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
Third down from the gun. Here's Nico Iamaleava. Throws to the wideout. Complete to the left. He'll step out of bounds right at the 44. A big-time pickup on that one. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on third down. And more times than not, he is going to deliver.
He's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game. So you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most.
Open field on the right. Into the house. Touchdown, Bruins. The Bruins fight back with a score of their own.
I love the execution on that play. Great blocking up front just to get the ball carrier an opportunity in the second level of the defense. And then at that point, it was make a guy miss and use the speed. That was a perfectly executed play.
And a little bit extra pressure on this extra point, but it's good, and we're tied. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So the Nebraska offense heads out to start this drive. Tie game, fourth quarter, plenty of time to work with, exactly where you want to be in this one. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given him some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success on that play. Really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. The crowd elevating its energy, willing this defense to get a stop on this big third down. To the air, it's Calandria. Fires left. It's caught downfield. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line. The clock has stopped, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout.
Man, this quarterback is going to have to be deadly accurate here in this 2-minute situation, right? And that's really what he's had to be all game long. He hasn't had a lot of yards because the coverage has just been so tight. He's had to be pinpoint perfect. It's been hard just to find completions, no doubt. That's going to be the same thing here in this 2-minute drive.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
Bringing the heat. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And this is a tough spot now to be in for this offense because it's 3rd and long. The defense knows you have to pass the football, so they're going to be playing conservative. So what's your play you can dial up? Maybe get half of this back. Like, I know the clock is ticking, but I got to make sure that I maybe cut this down and make it a more manageable 4th down if I don't complete this.
And this will be picked off. A costly turnover in a tie game. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
It's the plays like that that are going to end up defining and deciding this game, right? It's tight. Tie game, 4th quarter. Someone is going to step up and make a game-changing play, and the defender did right there.
Gonna run it. It's Thomas. And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Home crowd not going to love it. You got to throw the ball to win this game. They do not like the play call with not a lot of time left in the game.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Quarterback making adjustments. Iamaleava. Here's a heat. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. They're ripping off chunks of yards. They get it to the 33.
And we've seen him do it by land, right? They've been handing him the football, and he's been finding space, making some plays, and now he does it by air. They find him, throw him the football, proving to be a dual threat. This is a guy they like to feature in this offense because he'll continue to make big plays.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front and establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
Now the offense has its shot to keep this game from going into overtime. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. Picks up the 1st down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
I love the play call running the football here in the 4th quarter because with the score what it is right now, everything is at your disposal on offense. You are not panicking. This isn't throw every single down, all of a sudden 2-minute air raid type stuff. You can run the ball. You can do all of your stuff, personnel, shifting, motioning. You just got to be very, very careful and absolutely cannot turn it over.
From the red zone, it's Knight. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Timeout called by the defense, and 15 seconds to go in this one.
It's all tied up. This offensive line, they want the pressure. They want everything to go through them here. They're saying, look, let's just run the ball. Let's get this thing down closer and closer to the goal line. Let's bleed some clock and put ourselves in a position to win.
Timeout is called by the defense, and 12 seconds remain in the football game. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can't pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. They'll try to run for it. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal. Timeout is called, and the clock is down to 8. The Bruins trying to get a touchdown on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. They stop him behind the line of scrimmage. He ran through one guy, but not through the rest. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go.
Well, and you see the sense of urgency now going up, right, David, on defense here, creating a negative play with their backs up against the wall.
Everybody's selling out to stop the run. Nice job being aggressive by this defense.
Yeah.